war is over. And a farm boy from Thy, Rosendal Nielsen, after stays at Sorø Academy and Asgaard Folkehøjskole, voyages the great waters to the United States of America. There he inspires Americans to cross the sea in the opposite direction. Scandinavian Seminar is born, and in the course of the next 12 years, many students get acquainted with Scandinavian countries under the direction of these fine teachers and at the Falk High School. See, for example, Halfdan Gregersen, John F. Kennedy's teacher at Harvard, and see that little fellow you did sit in there. We'll get back to him. But the farm boy from Thy turned out to be too untamed for the fine board of directors. And so in 1961 they fired him and took over the program themselves. He settled here in Vanders with a new project, New Experimental College. But after 4 years, he decided that Copenhagen was too great a competitor to a deeper learning process. So he moved the school to Skørum in Thy, where there would be minimal distractions. On the contrary, the beautiful nature in Thy would resonate with the deeper perspectives of life. That's crazy, most people said. No one will come up to Thy. But they did, much to the amazement of the folks in Thy as well. Here is the former cow barn. Team meetings were held where subjects of all sorts were discussed in depth. Everyone is included. Also these little fellows here, as you see, they were the who came with their parents. There were also classes and independent studies which were undertaken by the students, and they studied in their single rooms upstairs. The school project grew and grew as independent centers, each with their own specialties, were established, with Aalborg in the south and Vedanta in the north. The centers met every Sunday morning for a weekend review and a Sabbath lecture, and so a Verdensuniversitet was born. Here we see some of the center-led leaders and contributors engaged in a planning powwow. You see here Preben Magor, who later established the Nordic Center for Renewable Energy. Standing on the right is Ove Korsgaard, who is now professor at Aarhus University's Institute for Education and Pedagogy. Some of the forms art took at the centers could engender surprising experiences, as for example, seeing and relating to one's own death mask at the hand of Connie. But living art flowered also in the form of music, photography, batik, weaving, painting, and poetry. No, it's not Rorschach, that's easy to see. But at the center of the little schoolhouse at North, Ron Mannheimer and company could apply the same intense scrutiny to what almost resembled scribblings. Then voila, the meaning revealed itself. At the center of New Experimental College, all was underway most of the time with extensive correspondence. And then there were all the books. Usually Susan Hammond sat here at the typewriter. This day it was John Hyde, who later exchanged that unpaid job for a position as a surgeon. Then some of us heard Rumi whisper, "Don't throw me back into some discussion." After which we took off for brief periods to Foster's Gård, which we bought in 1966, sight unseen, but described as the most beautiful spot in Denmark. That insanity turned out to be one of the best things we ever did. Here we retreated into silence, meditation, and yoga postures. On the left, that little fellow we saw in the second photo, Rosendal's son Rasmus, who to this day is a vegetarian and can still sit in the full lotus posture. To his right was in the beautiful shoulder stand is Mia, who's now an anesthetist. And here we are seeing an exam. Uh-oh. Because Ola said if you want a diploma from here, you must first instruct us in the content of your field, and everyone will examine you until they are satisfied. And Susan, who has determined that your answers could be understood on a universal level. Caring for one another could, in among other ways, be expressed through the preparation of food. We had to eat regularly, and that form of creativity could be appreciated by all, and not just on Friday evenings. But it looks like Andy was going to toss that dough, and that is not unthinkable. Creativity often led to play. No one would come to Thy, but they did. Here it is John Lennon, Yoko, and Kyoko. Ola and John found immediate rapport through their mutual quick and challenging wit, as when Ola said to John, I'm a songwriter too, and got John to sing his songs together with us. Their contact and friendship lasted throughout John's life.
Oh, that's very interesting. But why a World University 2.0? 50 years later, many elements and objectives of a World University has been implemented, real work problems. So why a university? Established methods based on Western research. Yes, because it's streamlined. It has become streamlined. It is based on established methods, based on the Western research that is focused on productivity, effectivity, evaluation of students, researchers. But isn't that precisely what we need? A streamlined academic system? How can art, body awareness, endless round table, round circle discussions, self-development, and all these fancy make love and this possibly have an impact on today's serious challenges that all demand scientific rigor and technological innovation? Yes, that's true. But something important has been lost. Universities are dealing with any kind of challenges, justice, discrimination, poverty, hunger in a scientific manner, constructing structures, systems, and mechanisms, explanations, statistics that exclude people as persons, as individuals, as lost and insecure creatures. Yes, the World University 2.0 is but an idea, a distinct attitude. It should not be a new institution, as an idea, as a utopian idea. It produces cracks, gaps, holes, stripes, and hopefully a space to be in. Thank you.